Yeah, so the role of a coach in the Buurtzorg model and for self-managing teams is really to support the team to become and to be a self-managing team. And that might sound obvious, but it's not like a switch that you turn on and off when you say to a group of people, now you're going to work as a self-managing team. They need support and a little bit of guidance, some tools perhaps that will help them to become self-managing. And then once they've got the confidence and the competence to know what they're doing, sometimes they need support just along their way when things go a bit awry. It happens to all of us. There can be situations where people leave the team, someone's having a bad week, that can change the dynamics. So really the role of the coach is to support the team to become an effective, well-functioning, self-managing team. So a coach is not a replacement for a manager. A coach is there to support the teams to find their own solutions to the issues that they have identified. A manager will probably tell the team what to do. A coach will ask the team what they want to do. I mean, that's a very kind of basic, but probably the most important difference, that the locus of control, the locus of responsibility sits with the team, and the team is encouraged to find their own solutions to the issues that they need to find solutions to. I don't think it matters what sort of self-managing team you're coaching, whether it's a team of nurses or a team of carers, or indeed perhaps the more integrated team of nurses and carers working together to look after people in a more holistic and person-centred way. The role of the coach is to focus on the team members and not so much the content of the work that they're doing. So it's really looking at how is the team making decisions together, how are they working collaboratively, how are they reaching decisions by consensus, how are they having effective team meetings. I think my experience with the home care teams here in Newham has been that actually they've really risen to the challenge, and it takes any new group of people coming together to work out what is my work and what is our work and how we're going to work this out together. But once they got into their stride, probably took them maybe about 6 months, but they really found their way and found their answers and were making good decisions together and providing fantastic care. And actually that's what's important, is doing the job that they're there to do to the best of their abilities. And I think as a kind of independent, autonomous people, they provided some really great care to the clients they were working with. For organisations, we work in a culture where really our organisations are often set up to manage risk. I think particularly in health and social care, we put all sorts of policies and procedures into place to minimise risk and to make the things that probably have a very small chance of happening to try and reduce that very small chance to a more or less zero chance. I think the difference in working in organisational kind of construct around self-managing teams is that shift from kind of command and control to trust. Let's trust our frontline staff, trust their professionalism, trust their training, trust that they can actually work out the best answers to the problems that they face, because they're the ones that are having to do it. And I think we've really seen that here. We've seen some great solutions to very otherwise insurmountable problems. Ordering a bed for a client can take months, we've been told and have heard, and I think the team managed to resolve that within a week because they had the autonomy, permission to say, if that's what needs to happen for your client, go make it happen and we'll stand behind you. So I think that's really important. So self-management isn't anarchy. This is not going from a highly regulated system to a system where there are no rules. There are all sorts of tools and frameworks that help the team. The framework highlights the kind of expectations between the organisation and the self-managing teams, but also what the self-managing team might expect from the organisation. And within those parameters, the team has a freedom. Self-managing teams have to work also within the regulations of their professional bodies and the regulatory system. So we're not talking outside of the system, we're just talking about a different way of working within some of the regulatory and kind of performance frameworks that already exist.